Hello viewers, welcome back to our channel. Today we came up with very curious topic. Did you ever tie lemon and chili to your new vehicle, or did you try in front of your shop? Why do you do that? Today you get the answer in this video. Our ancestors has set every superstitious belief with a scientific reason. Today let us see the real truth behind superstitious beliefs in Indian culture. First one, hanging lemon and seven green chilies in shops and business places. Superstitious belief goes like this. A Lakshmi, god of misfortune, brings bad luck to the shop owners or business. In order not to allow her entering the shops, they hang these seven chilies and lemon. A Lakshmi likes sour, pungent and hot things. Therefore, at the door, A Lakshmi will only come up to the door and eat her favorite food and satisfy her hunger and leave without entering the shop. It is believed that after consuming lemon and green chilies, A Lakshmi loses her urge to enter the house or shop. She will turn around without casting her vicious eye. Scientific reason. The cotton thread which is used to pierce the chilies and lemon absorbs the acid from the fruit while it is fresh. The smell keeps the pests and insects away from the shop. This is a simple pesticide which came into practice from ancient times, which is misled now superstitiously as explained above. Second one, pregnant women not allowed to go out during eclipse. In India, it is believed that during an eclipse one must not wander out, since it is believed that the sun is swallowed up by the demon. Pregnant women especially must stay indoors in order to ensure that their babies are not born without any deformities. In fact, pregnant women are often not allowed to chew or cut vegetables during an eclipse. Some families avoid cooking and eating altogether during an eclipse. However, the reason behind some of these superstitions can be scientific. For example, one should actually avoid going out during an eclipse in order to keep away from the harmful UV rays. Third one, crows are referred as our ancestors. Crow is the Vahana of Shani who represents the karmas of the past. We are indebted to our ancestors who have given us birth. So offering food to crow is regarded as specifying the hunger of ancestors wherever and whichever form they are reborn. It is believed that crows are being related to our ancestors since the Treta Yuga. As per this popular legend, once Jainth, the son of god Indra, disguised in the form of crow and hurt Sita. In turn, god Rama took hay and used it as an arrow and parted one of the eyes of Jainth. After realizing his mistake, Jainth asked for god Rama's forgiveness. The Rama forgave him and blessed him with a boon that when food is offered to the crows, that will reach the ancestors. The fourth one, cats crossing your path. In ancient times, during night, people used to travel through forest in bullock carts with the light of kerosene lantern. The carriage animals get past big cats like leopards, hyenas, and jackals, foxes. These animals have glowing eyes and scare the cows, horses, or the bulls that pull the carts. That is why traveling party halts nearby and help the animals refresh themselves before they pull the carts for the long journey ahead without any stress. Travelers shared their hard experiences and told other travelers not to proceed travel while the cats crossing the roads, and in the course of time changing. The cats crossings got live and the people forget forest cats and took the domestic cats instead. Fifth one, haircut on Tuesday. In past days, a large portion of the Indians were farmers. After a week of hard work, Monday was their resting day. Characteristically, majority of them cleaned their homes and cut their hair on that day. So the barber wouldn't have much deal with the Tuesdays and would close the shop. This practice is continuous till date, but the reason behind it is completely forgotten and lot of misconceptions revolve around this. Next one, breaking mirror brings 7 years bad luck. During old times, mirrors were not cheap and they were low quality and easily defected. In order to avoid negligence, it was told that breaking a mirror brings 7 years of bad luck. That was simple scare tactic. Romans were the one who tagged to their broken mirror a sign of 7 years bad luck. The length of the prescribed misfortune came from the ancient Roman belief that it took 7 years for life to renew itself. If the person looking into the mirror were not of the good health, their image would break the mirror and the run of the bad luck would continue for the period of 7 years, at the end of which their life would be renewed. Their body would be physically rejuvenated and the curse would be ended. Next, cutting nails and shaving after sunset. In the olden days, there was no electricity and shaving and or cutting nails would result in cuts after sunset because of darkness. Hence, our ancestors advised not to cut nails or shave after sunset. In later days, it was believed that the night spirits will be awakened and come in the search of flesh. People have been warned to get attacked by these evil spirits in the darkness of night if people cut nails or shave hair after sunset, which continues as a superstition. Menstruating women are considered impure and unclean. In India, menstruating women are considered impure and unclean. This, of course, gives rise to many superstitious beliefs. Women who are menstruating are not allowed to enter the kitchen. They are so supposed to stay away from temples, mosques, and all religious parts in the house itself. A woman on her period is not allowed to perform regular household duties like cooking food. Some might argue that the reason behind this superstition is scientific and that a woman menstruating loses a lot of blood and thus becomes weak and must refrain from activities. Others claim that there is nothing scientific in this belief and just that another superstition created to subordinate the position of women in society. Next one, do not leave a dead person's eye open. This is very common superstitious belief in India. If a dead person's eye is left open, it is believed that other soul around the dead body will be taken away with him through his eyes. But the real reason behind this is to make the dead person look as if he is sleeping peacefully and nothing more or less. Next one, lizard falling on human. Every movement of the wall lizard holds some significance according to Gauli Shastra in India. The color, spots, stripes, chirping or twittering of the lizard and where it falls on a person's body are said to indicate future happenings. However, the fact is that lizards are the poisonous in nature, release poisonous chemicals from their body in order to protect them from their enemies. If such lizard comes in contact of a person's body or falls in food item like milk, then is bound to make it contaminated. One should wash that particularly spot and area to avoid infectious diseases. Next one, fallen hair around the house will bring fight in your family. The myth is that if you throw fallen hair inside the house instead of burning it, soon you will see a fight within your family. Well, who would like to pick up a quarrel at home? But the real reason behind this superstition is if you leave the fallen hair inside the house, it may end up falling inside the food and when the wind blows. Next one, twitching of eye is inauspicious. Twitching of left eye is considered to be either a bad or a good omen, depending upon which culture we are offering to. These superstitions take into account the gender and the part of the eye in which the twitching is observed as well. Eye twitching or the sudden involuntary movement or spasms in the eyelids is a common condition, although there is an established explanation for this constant or intermittent involuntary muscle twitches, including various medical reasons behind them. Apparently, these twitches are nature's way of warning a person about some impediment, problem, or indicator of some good news on the way. Next one, do not sweep the house after sunset. This is another common myth in India. If you sweep your house after sunset, Lakshmi will walk out of the house and hence inviting poverty. But the real reason behind this is back in the days when there was no electricity, lamp was not enough to spot any small gold ornaments while sweeping, and hence chances of sweeping them away with the dust is high. Hence, it was not advised to sweep after dark. Next one and the last one, sacrifice of goats to God. In all the ancient religions of the world, the ritual of animal sacrifice has remained a great means of attaining the nearness of the Almighty. In India, goddess Kali is known to favor animal sacrifices, goats in particular. Killing a goat in her name is believed to relieve one of the negative emotions such as fear, anger, and jealousy. There is no scientific explanation behind this tradition apart from having a feast. Sadly, this is still in practice in most of the parts in India. Can we justify the act of killing animals for whatever superstitious belief is being passed on? Thank you, audience. Although we all follow many of these,